So when I young dog on a name, never on a cousin, Zigayante. When you want to joy, or joy. Maka an opportunity, a horrible opportunity, very, very big opportunity. In what only the Kia, or Bakana, or Dog. I had to many things I know myself. Keji Poya Obeledu, Obia. On a cousin of Federal University of Technology, or where. So I will have money. I suppose Monday and they say exam, Monday market, Monday, man now, then alone Obeledu. So, Dr. Ben, an opportunity and my neck and for coming to my community, to help my community to grow, to preach the gospel of beekeeping, because it's very good. Is very profitable. The country is looking for beekeepers, but we don't have enough. We import so much. How many $1 million of bees every year that we import because we don't produce enough? So we import a lot of honey in the country. So this is an opportunity to grow honey in Obeledu, and we can grow it. I have some beehives at Aguen. Tomorrow we will harvest them. And everybody will see what we can generate. Yesterday we harvested a box somewhere at Nnokwa. Exactly one of these boxes. Exactly one of them. Minimum of 15 liters of honey, raw honey. Processed was inside. So you can imagine one box like this, 4 months, 5 months, will yield 300,000, 400,000. You can now imagine if you have 2, 3, 10, 20, or 100. It's a lot of money. So, Dr. Ube, you are welcome. And his colleague, Kingsley Moog, is a big professional also. He's a professional. He has passion in it. That is, he likes it. Not only that he got trained, he also likes it. So we saw what he did during the harvest that they did at Nnokwa yesterday, and it was wonderful. If not for his ability, that beehive wouldn't have been harvested because the bees were very aggressive. Why are you laughing? Okay. They were aggressive because the box fell down. Fell down like this. Like this on the floor. So, because it's very heavy. So it fell down and it disoriented the base. So when you now tried to strengthen it up, they started. But he was properly kitted. So when you wear the correct thing, they will not wound you. So it's fine. So they're here to teach you. Please ask questions. Listen, ask, and anything you don't understand, keep asking. They will answer. At the end of the training, everybody here for now, how many do we have? 15. And somebody just entered.
We are beekeeping and honey production. And in our traditional settings, people need they burn it with fire. In the process, all the bees and more. Then most times these days, honey uses this sniper chemical, and they use all chemical to harvest that particular honey. Honey is bad. So now, ihe na-eme ihe a na-akpọ sustainable honey production. Sustainable in the way that na-egusi bia, we don't kill the bees again. And even in a village today, osisi niile ndị a na-amị mkpụrụ, all bee pollination, ihe a na-akpọ pollination. So you can flavor ha na dị iche iche, color ha na dị iche iche. Enwere ndị ke na-adị slightly bitter, bitter na-elu ilu, ndị honey, ndị feed on neem, dogoyaro, neem flower. Iweta the honey, ọ na-elu ilu na-atọkwa ụtọ. Understand? Honey feed you on lemon, taste ya dịkwa iche. So that's why most times, you go overseas, Ghana honey shop, you may see different types of honey. Understand? So those different types, like in Ghana now citrus honey, meaning that the bees feed on orange flower. In Ghana avocado honey, meaning I have feed on the flower of ubebeke. So now the quality need each. So if we can walk into a honey bee farm, guahana each of the honey from citrus. For instance, Yana doctor say be taking much of vitamin C, and then not like you can walk to the honey shop, say how you get honey from citrus plant, because bees get convert here into that honey. So if they feed on citrus, that is orange, and citrus is known for vitamin C, honey is very rich in vitamin C. Heavy there, something like mango that is rich in vitamin A. Honey is very rich in vitamin A. So, but when you harvest the honey, you kill all these minerals and vitamins. So in a rice here, you need just sugar. Because honey in honey is not just, even though it's sweet or with sugar, even diabetic patients they take honey. So, but the normal sugar in our people they use now they're very dangerous to health. So that's why we encourage people to go into beekeeping. Like for instance, now a liter of honey now 15,000, just one bottle 15,000, and people naturally are chocolate because honey in now everywhere now, all sugar syrup, and they put it from north, molasses. And one good thing about beekeeping, no feeding. You may put trainer, it has to feed, it has to mini, zog, security. One like honey I harvested, madam, yesterday. Honey is almost like 20 liters. My process, a liter is 15,000. When you have 20 liters, you have 300,000 from nothing. And each of these balls can last for over 10 years. So one bus we can even if it's 100,000, every year one bus is 100,000. And you have just 1, 2, 3, 10. 10 gives you 1 million. You can add the number of farming activities to get 1 million naira. And here we are not feeding them. So that's the advantage of beekeeping. So the main job essence of this bees they help for pollination service. And today in Nigeria, like Oga said, Nigeria they may import 400,000 tons of honey every year, worth over $2 billion. On the internet you can Google it. $2 billion can Nigeria they import. And they produce honey. And here we have trees everywhere, bees in everywhere, yet we cannot produce it. And honey is the best honey you can think of anywhere in the world because we don't feed them. In Dutch, they feed the honey here with sugar and water. We don't feed our honey here. So that's why it is called organic honey. Very rich. So even with any small quantity like this, it is big money. So that's why we want people to, anybody can do beekeeping. It doesn't consume your time, no money. God say here, that's the only thing you have to do, no other job. And for the next 10 years, you are harvesting honey from here. If you have yarn here up to 10 or 15 or 20, or even 100 self, you just go home and relax and be sleeping. So, and the market is down. And I told everyone else then I'll so we now say that the beekeeping industry in Nigeria may generate over $2 billion. So the market is there. And apart from the production, honey is not the only product. Like this is yeah, bee wax. I would like you to feel it. Can they ever feel there? Honey is one. That wax. Wax. Bee wax. This is bee wax. Bee wax. Wax. If I try honey, that chaff, oh yeah, we have. I now process here, clean it up. This one nice, about 25,000, 20,000. It's not in the market. I pay more capsule, or like ampiclos, ampicillin. That back cover. Oh, here can you the whole world. Yes. It's here no. Yeah, melt immediately. And are they poisonous? Energy a mencha. Energy a cast artificial teeth. Energy a electrical insulator. Energy a cut test. Cream, crayon, candles, polish, wood. Only 350 industrial uses. All the more expensive than honey. When we look at the whole of Anambra today, in Zutabea, in the University of Oka, there is Nanazi University, students of dental technology, Hana Bio, now, so Hana GMA project, a cast artificial teeth. You can't get it anywhere. And the demand for it is too much. So, and they put in honey, get more expensive than honey. So, we are going to teach you how to process this thing tomorrow, next tomorrow. Very easy. If I change that thing, got a sign mini. Clean air or beshizi and okuna tony, you have a was here, like oil. We see in a container, you have a plate. In your ability, you take the shape of that thing. So you store the. Yeah. Now, this is propolis, another bee product. Over is antibiotic, anti-fungi, antibiotics material, so many other things. It's just like you can feel it. Here another product. In fact, the more expensive than this. This is 15,000. And a treating infection of and no matter what the infection is. And a treating infection. Man, they wound now. My internal infection is just like wine. Man, now skin reaction. And the raw form. Here what to busy she produce there the raw form. What's that called? The bee propolis. And one good thing about all these products, honey can last for 3,000 years. Boas can stay for one. Maybe. Original honey has no expiry date. It can last for 3,000 years. Even that, the same thing. It doesn't spoil. So this is the liquid form. It is over in this form. Propolis. How many you document you know get photocopy? Propolis. This spirit. This bee propolis. Yeah, propolis. On a did that. On a dick and wine. And they for infection, antibiotic, antifungal infection, and so many other things. So now the bees they use the propolis. You might ota high van now. Assuming here they can lizard, baeba, or any other time. Bees. So and they cannot drag it out. Here we say here how inside that particular snake or anything. These are that around there for 100 years. The bees may bam anything we hive. Use wire so that they don't get infection. And propolis. Very strong antibiotics. You can Google it online. Very strong. Here the raw one, here the liquid one. And when he get melt here, this thing now. Even our cooker, the only thing they melt here is honey. And when on a melt, total should be strong now. And they do ethanol, they melt here. But why we don't use ethanol? Because ethanol alcohol we can destroy some of the active ingredients. So I need to use honey to melt it. And it's even more expensive than the honey itself. Like a liter now, it's about 15,000. Kentucky about 15,000. So these are bee products. We have another product here. Oh no, the other side. I'm a junior tomorrow. Bee poly. Or the dust. And then people that are recovering from sickness and other things. Or the dust, I'll bring it tomorrow. Bee poly, nana theater. Then we have another product. Royal jelly. On a char like milk. And the bee, queen bee. Only see how they produce here. On a check out a gram of royal jelly, just like a capsule of ampiclos, is about $25 US market. And all for fertility, for expensive creams, for so many things and the GMA. So that royal jelly, bees now prepare all the bees because every 3 classes of bees, even at the bee colony, every the queen bee, which is their head. Then where the worker bees, all know how to work different type of assignment. Then where the drones, you have the male one. And the male one, population are they very small. Their work is to mate the queen bee to produce eggs. So that queen bee is like their lord. Hannah prepares special food for their queen to eat. So that special food is the royal jelly. And then royal jelly, name it, the bees, lifespan of a bee is about 40 days. How many short lifespan? Lifespan of a bee is like 40 days or 6 weeks. The lifespan of a bee. But the queen bee can stay for several years because the queen bee feeds on royal jelly. So, and produces about 3,000 eggs every day of his life. The queen produces about 3,000 eggs every day of his life because he feeds on royal jelly. So that's why if you go to Japan, Japan is one of the major importer of royal jelly. If you watch very well, Southeast Asia, how they read royal jelly very well. Check their longevity. Every game the oldest people in the world is the Southeast Asia. They don't play with these things. And they eat natural things. So that royal jelly is one of the most expensive bee products. Very difficult to get. If you say you get like a bottle of royal jelly, you get it up to 150,000. Understand? Then another wonderful one is bee venom. That poison on our way now. And they may extract. Even in Kenya today, they are making money more from bee venom than even the honey. And they may export. They use bee venom to treat nervous system diseases, arthritis, rheumatism, stroke, any blockage in the arteries. They'll go and meet a beekeeper and it strengthens your nerves. And that's why they'll tell you that most beekeepers, in fact, they'll tell you that no beekeeper has died of paralysis. Bees are now bugging from time to time. One is strengthening your nerves, may increase your body system, immune system. So most times, and they make advice, go and receive these things. There is one man who will get paralysis in Naka. I advise him to come and take these things. And he came last week, one yesterday, and the thing anomalized well. Because anywhere blockage, the bees things can remove all the blockage in the system. And he go, and we are happy therapy. It's another wonderful area. And another problem I want to hear now, this beekeeping industry, people how much are here, what it is. Even some people don't believe that you can even keep bees and produce honey. I get you how much. You got places like France, places like Israel, places like Spain. I got channel on beekeeping. You got Hebrew University in store there. People in Ghana school, study mechanical engineering, study this thing as a course. The Hebrew University has studied this thing as course, commercial honey production, up to PhD, beekeeping. So the industry has developed that today in the world, beekeeping contributes about $250 billion to the world economy. And that's why most beekeepers are very rich. Very rich. Organic honey is very expensive, and that is what we are producing here. I heard Dr. Echendu yesterday that the problem is producing enough. We are not producing enough. The market is to do internationally. So that's why we want to encourage people. If you are into beekeeping, you will not do any other agricultural activity because there is no time lost, no labor, no cost. The only cost will be just the day of harvesting. You pack your honey and go. The bees will fly up to 2 kilometers, pick their nectar, and produce honey for you. So the more you plant trees around, the better for you. They collect the nectar, convert it to honey, and produce the honey for you. And the market is down. Right now, honey is scarce because adulteration is everywhere. And these days, people are not even interested in the cost. Is this original honey? They don't mind the cost. So that's why I want people to come. And like there's one community in Imo State, I trained just 3 people there. Now, Huba now, a village for honey production. People in a different place. Every family now make a beekeeping no Huba. Because he can get from one box. The money is more than a plot of cassava. You cannot get up to 100,000 naira. Again, Magiko in one plot. From the time of clearing the bush to the time of harvesting and processing, you can't make 100,000 naira from a plot of cassava. But you can make 2 times of that thing from just this tiny box. And a plot can take 15 or 10, one plot of this. Even 20 plus, you can't make the money from 10. So all the very lucrative. You know, so that is the thing. So beekeeping, these products now are highly marketable. Even when I do beekeeping, you think it's only honey. These other products, like the surgical wound, that propolis they heal here, very fast. Even my honey, people are using honey now in the hospitals for one thing or the other, medical reasons. People they use the honey for different things. So that's why we encourage people to go into beekeeping because it creates an income. And sustainable income, and both men and female, everybody can be involved in beekeeping. Produce honey now. What is my production? I might say I have about 10 or 15. I say no. They are only up to 50 liters. Because if you visit a beekeeper's farm, Ghana store, you need a whole bags of sugar. So what they do, they collect sugar, mix it with ton, drop boy inside the hive. The bees now around the sugar. The more they eat, if they take sugar, they give you back sugar. So if you watch honey and our own are not the same. If you see most of their honey, they will write expiring dates, best before so and so time. Our honey can stay for 3,000 years, on expiring date, except you harvest the one that is not mature. And our own is 100% organic. And that is why people now do honey here, overseas. And when somebody that bought my honey sent it to Rome 2 days ago, I was telling, the man called me that, do you know that Pope Francis is taking our honey in Italy? Honey here and they send that abroad. So many people abroad. Understand? So we encourage people to go into beekeeping because the technicalities, the very, very minimal. The only area that is difficult during the process of harvest, so that people will be afraid. But when you are properly dressed, the bees will not attack you. In Cameroon yesterday, why all the man attack? The thing fell down. But if it is in the box, we can control it. Understand? And the second thing is that the major reason why people are not going to beekeeping is because of bee stings. So it can kill. Understand? So that's why training is very, very important. So that you can manage the colony, because it is not easy. A box like this can contain over 200,000 bees. 1,000 bees descend on you. You don't need to go to hospital. Understand? So that's why before God buy, you need the training so that you know what to do at the right time. So that training has become very, very necessary. So and another thing you need to know: bees and Docha are would the same. Their own most times are stingless bees. African bees most times are regarded as killer bees of very dangerous. Yes, bees and a child of 5 years old can harvest on a baba. It doesn't attack. Like I have a picture here. These two pictures here. These two pictures now. Here about 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Israel. You can't try it here. Our bees is very aggressive. So that is why we need to have this proper training. People tell me that's the thing, you don't have it specifically. Whether they are doing fine. The bees will take care of themselves and they are not disturbing anybody except the gradia with noise or you are throwing stone on that. That's why this hive should be a very quiet places. People will not be going to disturb them because the bees are also dangerous. So you need to manage them very well. And secondly, perfume, very attractive perfume can attract bees to you. So most times when we are walking in the field, we don't put on perfume or anything that is very sweet. So in the process, the bee may come and like this. It's not coming to attack you, but even around like this, it will start attacking you. So these are some of the advantages. Then after the products, we have mentioned it. Then benefits of honey, especially now, this era now, a lot of people are having one challenge or the other. Honey as a food provides everything your body needs. In fact, when a certain sickness is only honey can handle and cure you permanently. The problem we have is that we are dealing, majority of honey in the market are fake. Very, very fake. So if one is seeing against honey anywhere, you are not sure of what you are buying. So, but if you get the ones locally produced, which is original, then it plays that particular usefulness. So, the major instruments for beekeeping. If you are doing beekeeping, here are the major things I use. I am a smoker, bee smoker. So I used it yesterday to harvest for somebody. Now, honey, this thing now. So the essence of this smoker, which we are going to see tomorrow, I need to grasses and carton. See small fire. It makes you smoke in it should turn up. So you now direct it to this place, like this, to the mouth of this place. While here for about 2 or 3 minutes. The essence of this thing now, this smoker, you know, the bees They live as a family. You will smoke a we can make that place. You want to cut down the communication so that the bees will not interact among themselves. The queen bee, and where danger, and where scout bees, their work is to find out where there is trouble. And when any danger, the scout bee will go to the hive to report to the colony that now, or somebody is coming, or there is a danger. So if the signal comes to the queen will produce an odor from the body, that smells like banana. Meaning, go and attack. It smells like banana. So by the time you come to the hive and put smoke, and the queen bee is producing the odor, the whole order will not be understood by the bees. How this year confused? The smoke went to go, and because bees are very organized, if the message is not clear, they will not attack you. So the work of this smoker is to destabilize the communication network, so that for the next 10-15 minutes, and we're busy again. Without this, you cannot do beekeeping. This is very important. Here are the very important. This is the major instrument. You can even go with this thing, even if you are not wearing anything. So that we are smoker, only how to calm the bees down. And in the process, and when the traditional one had a job of babu charge the whole thing. The honey now charges black, the dirty. Like the one we get now, the very rich, you cannot see any dirty inside. Here the natural one. And I use on fire. If we did it locally, you can charge black with dirty when you do bad dirt inside, but you can't see any dot here. So the essence of this is to stabilize, make the colony or the camp. And another thing, if you go and harvest that particular honey today, next few years, they used to eat, the rate of attack becomes minimal because bees now master the body of the owner, just like a dog. Oto Geshaba, the owner, the different from Oto Shaba, the stranger. If you are used to your bee colony, with time, say you don't need much of this. If they come down because they know that you are not killing them. So, Oboba and Hana want them mad. They are defending the honey they produce. That's why they are attacking. Most times, any colony name where honey and the moment they produce enough honey, they start guarding any small thing they will attack. So, and even honey is their food. All food bees in area. Honey they produce here. During the rainy season. Because during the rainy season there are no flowers. Okochi, from October, November, December, flowers happen. The bees, they don't gather this flower, convert here to honey. Because honey can stay for thousands of years and it will not spoil. So the bees will gather it. Once Abraham, May, June, July, Heji, Wire, now rush on here, area, till the dry season. So as a beekeeper, once April, we stop harvesting. So that we can give them little room, 2, 3, 4 weeks or 1 month, to make the honey that they will eat till the rainy season. If you take everything, you will kill all of them, they will die. That honey is their food. If there are some people now pushing a match to stop harvesting, because so that use April to make their food that they will eat during the rainy season. So that food, that honey is their food. So now, and we don't feed them. Assuming it's in overseas now, they can afford to harvest anything. They you give them sugar to be eaten. But here we don't give them sugar. We allow them to eat natural flowers. So that's why our honey GD very, very different from the culture, the overseas, the white man's honey. Because our own, we don't use chemicals. Then secondly, and we're disease now, and about varroa mite, that is killing bee colonies all over the world. For instance, in Israel, you got Israel now, and we're chemical and about amitraz. And about inside that hive from time to time, that amitraz to kill that mite, or the abenketa. And on cause disease to the bees. And that is what is killing bees all over the world. But the good thing is that in Africa here, our bees, and when environment is here, and when our bees. So we don't use chemical to produce our own honey. But the white people use chemical to produce their own honey. Understand? So we have unique honey over here. So that's why we encourage people to go into production. So this is about smoker. Then we have another one called the brush. Assuming we are harvesting, bees in the now, you don't need to add a brush here to bring it down. Tomorrow you see the presser, and a press the honey. You see how we're going to do it tomorrow. Then another material you use. This is honey refractometer. most times, if you are harvesting honey, you need to look at the honey, the quality of the honey. Understand? Honey now. That's here now. Cover here. View it like this. You get the quality of the honey you are buying, you are getting. Understand? And when figures not there, you get 18, 19, 17, 20 is good. You get 20, 21, 22, 23. The quality is depreciating. From 20 down, it's very wonderful honey. Itaya here, Nyoya here. You get exact figure of any quality honey you want. Yes, and I wear honey refractometer. Honey refractometer. So an instrument and I measure the quality of honey. So these are the things that we have. If the bees not enter, you can reapply. But once the bees have entered, your job has finished. This sign with them, they are the same light. They can have rice or beans. No, sign then Zambia, the hand. Yes. Zaya, once you wash it, you are the processing. But tomorrow it's like we can do it tomorrow. It's a time, there be a shize and tea and not too much heat. Just not on here. Not on here. Again melt. If you have a sieve is here with alcohol. Once you sieve it, you have any container that has water. You take the shape of that thing. Yes. And when you had it now immediately. And this wax now is more expensive than honey. Because you can't, many people are named here. Like I told you earlier, honey is a cast artificial teeth. Honey is a candle, polish, cream, contest, hair creams, and so many other things. Candle from this one, candle 1 naira, candle 10 naira, the more expensive because it's only produce very fine aroma. Candle can be very expensive to get, or they too common. So you don't need to apply again. But I need to reduce the stress for them. Now, all flower can be produced one. But these days, people are cutting down trees here and there.
Special trees.
No, like in every location, and when trees may produce more flower, like Obon, when they produce nectar, in one stand of Obono or Ugiri, just one mature stand, or we can take up to 25 liters during flowering. Yes. Ima Ugiri no Obono. 2 of them are almost the same family. But one na flower one na flower go understand? One na flower go one na flower go. So that's why most times I am put it to. Next day na they can flow, what they produce like water. Obono. Another thing cashew. Mango, but cashew are the highest. When they produce nectar, they can do. Even in Israel, they will flower and eucalyptus. Oil the highest nectar produced in Israel. I could try if you on this tree, eucalyptus flower. Eucalyptus. There are number of shrubs like sunflower plants. When they produce nectar, plenty. Then like in fruit, I don't know fruit, plenty. Ubaka, thank you. The problem when people are called the channel Ubaka everywhere. No problem, I want. Ubaka me one flower like this, bees say you everywhere. Yeah, I thought of the very sweet, even in Ghana, Lucia. But people are not, and the outbound another thing, because I have a big district, let my Ghana put trees, tell people to be planting trees. People are no longer planting. And to plant these trees is very, very easy. So, there is no opportunity on your plan. Apart from the bees and the fruits on the night, on our modify our environment in terms of heat and other things, climate change. So, yes, neem flower. On they produce bitter honey, bitter honey today. The honey na total very sweet honey. Even in what temple do yaro on a chayelo. Akuma on a member. All they are very sweet. Bees na get produce here from the honey. Honey and the golden color, bitter and sweet. And I need expensive. I didn't get 10,000. I need 20 because people in Nigeria treat wound, unallow wound very well. Man, they want also. It's number one. I'm at the price here are times 2 times 3. Times 2 times 3. Yes. Yes. Okay, half feed on. All him men, our honey is different from Kendocha. In my go overseas now, what time she cook a show she here, or what time is she here? If you are in a community, somebody will catch from here to our only orange, like in Israel. You will kick up to 3 kilometers, in a orange. So if you get high for Libya, you can produce orange or citrus honey, orange honey. But here, I have different varieties of plants. That's why our honey is rich. And honey, I have multifloral honey. Multifloral honey. Kendocha monoflora one. Understand? So that's why most times, if you go like this is citrus honey, avocado honey, apple honey, moringa honey, because honey into plantation agriculture. But here, onye mango. So our own is richer, combination of different flowers. Nkam na wagi now, harvest in a photo. All inside photo forest. Igeba ni nehenine ga ucheku aba chekele chekele. Then when we ga bia eba kuru do hero. Iha kuru eba plenty eji ame iha hedge. Yes, walkway plenty. And another thing igama some of these plants na flower at different times. Every period you got that period. Mango is what is flowering that period. Understand? So most times hana flower at different intervals. So here I have the one multiflora honey, not monoflora, and the multiflora honey is richer than monoflora honey. So our honey only few of them they feed on specific plants. And when you have that question,
apart from this,
yes,
they use sugar with water.
Eating your sugar, you might try and can one of the best. Anything will be something like attractant and any other one of the faster. And when they use in mango, that tick thing and I tap it on but on that last one, can add more permanent. In the next 2-3 months, you have to put an apple. But the smell will remain there. But that one, after some time, the other will disappear. What am I using this one? Yeah. Don't feed on dangerous flower. In fact, they won't grow close to that place. And when she's in there, it's poisonous. When flower is poisonous, bees are they feed on it. They will die.
Because, like, if you have cough, you take it raw. But in when catarrh, then you put it in the hot water and take it. Open up all those things. So taking it that way is good. But bear in mind that some of the nutritional values are very good. Like someone that has eye problem that wants to take care of the eye problem, eating in a hot water, that provides A with that. The beneficial enzymes, in there I know when try some bubbles in now, the beneficial enzymes will die. So it's reducing that. A few months ago, there was one video that was trending. That if you heat here, if you put your honey in hot water, it turns to poison.
Yeah.
Yes. Some of us here, we disagree with the video because the explanation wasn't clear. Because we have types of honey. We have adulterated, we have fake, adulterated, synthetic, and organic. And on your channel. Or they get wrong, but talk as when you heat synthetic honey, it turns to poison, not when you heat honey. But when you heat pure natural honey, it reduces the nutritional value. But when you heat synthetic honey, there's so many pesticides inside it. Honey, bee, in a sugar syrup, bee, and they use chemicals like all these developed countries, hand about their bees or antibiotics. Because their bees are no longer natural bees. Yes, their bees have been genetically modified. So Ahoha is no longer strong to withstand some of the bacteria. So I use those chemicals to help them. So how about all those of the deposit, the pesticide gone on email. So how produce it will be inside that honey. Then when you heat such honey, it turns to poison because there are chemicals that are not healthy. You know what I mean? It will turn to poison. So the honey that turns to poison are synthetic honey, while pure natural honey reduces the nutritional value. Always joke, because like if you have cough, you take it raw. But in when catarrh, then you put it in a hot water and take it. Open up all those things. So taking it that way is good, but bear in mind that some of the nutritional values are very good. Like someone that has eye problem that wants to take care of the eye problem, eating in a hot water, that provides an air with that. The beneficial enzymes, in there you know when child some bubbles in now, the beneficial enzymes will die. So it's reducing that. A few months ago, there was one video that was trending that if you heat here, if you put your honey in hot water, it turns to poison.
Yeah.
Yes. Some of us here, we disagree with the video because the explanation wasn't clear. Because we have types of honey. We have adulterated, we have fake, adulterated, synthetic, and organic. And when you make on your child, or they get wrong, but talk as when you heat synthetic honey, it turns to poison, not when you heat honey. But when you heat pure natural honey, it reduces the nutritional value. But when you heat synthetic honey, there's so many pesticides inside it. Honey, bee, in a sugar syrup, bee, and they use chemicals like all these developed countries. Hand about their bees or antibiotics. Because their bees are no longer natural bees. Yes, their bees have been genetically modified. So a hoha is no longer strong to withstand some of the bacteria. So I use those chemicals to help them. So how about all those of the deposits, the pesticide gone on email. So how produce it will be inside that honey. Then when you heat such honey, it turns to poison because there are chemicals that are not healthy. You know what I mean? It will turn to poison. So the honey that turns to poison are synthetic honey, while pure natural honey reduces the nutritional value.
And when I remember the experiment on our work, I was a Kakuzali and the Obeledu. Kafa Solukwa Meriameza. Our business water billions of naira and even billions of dollars in Egibra. Only when they use manamu and many industry, hospital, pharmaceutical industries. And I then Obido have in honor Ijenya harvest them. So something them one. I was a Kakuzali and the Kavolo, a form of and the agent name a hobby, and the agent name a business. In the future, instead of Anna, the Manam Soka, and the Wokumanam Obeledu. So I now with the objective of the training. Omakahana Aquadocha living in the Aquadolo. Manando Madaganitaha. Maname Chanda Gahan, Yemecha Malhe, even na amadị n'ọdịla maka fa ya ekwulili ya. So eji m ohere anụnwa wee na-eme introduce to onunwa ndị dọla ka fa kụziela anyị ife anwa specialist ndị gbu ya n'aka na Nigeria. So o jere training ya n'Israel jehugechasị ya gbalị ya n'aka and onye isi ndị association ndị na-azụ anụ beekeepers of Nigeria nke Imo State. So abụghị obere mmadụ ka ọ bụ. So I had the privilege to have him in our midst. Mana anyị kpọrọ m ya ọbịa and ndị Obeledu kpọziri ya na ọ na ya ehikazi.
Ndị Obeledu, how far about learning of bee production? Yes, we've come, we've learned, we've seen, and people that came, we are benefited. They got all these things for themselves. The issue now is that let them go into bee production. And from what we learned from the professionals that gave us the teaching, like me, I've started. Of course, see mine. I've started, I tested, and I saw. I've seen, I saw, and I conquered. So I was become a producer of honey. I'm a producer of honey. And I believe that those that benefited today, like I made the announcement. And now I'm an online. My online. I'm tell you now. Give one way no. Which side I'm not to come. Colonial Tadi said, if I can't attend, Monday will come. Monday committee. Obeledu Progress Union. Undi Balumbo. So can be you name of one. Can Obeledu Biano kono mota a lot of things. Where Potandiga Kuziluno, even Yahoo Queselema, Okachas never was a V production. A lot of people didn't come, but those that came, they were full of joy. Because at the end of the program, they were given beehives for them to go into full bee production, like I've gone. I tried it. He gave me mine last year, August, and today. One after the other. So let's go into the hall and see those that came and people that came to learn. Now they cannot know at Obeledu. By this time, next like 6 months coming, he got $300. Now Israel now a lot of benefits be here in India. I thank God I can be part of it, and I believe that you, as you're watching this, you will be part of it. You have now again over Jesus will man because it's gonna be benefits to you. Thank God for everything.
I be for training, beekeeping training. So it's more all the way from Obeledu for this particular training. So and here is like all the shop, the industry so with time I can go the industry the things then I must develop for the more better and bigger. You must know the knowledge alone because our seminar can be. So after the seminar I got many things about beekeeping, the benefit of beekeeping. So more as now much everything I could challenge. No, can it is into practice. All by line. For now, I'm not planning it around my father's compound. But I'm not ever had more secure and safe than a Buddha. I wanted this kind of training because I'm able to apply for Soludo 1U2 scheme. So I'm going to politics. I work on favor. So this one now with the information I'm in Sokabata. So neck and PG, neck and go. na-ekenekwa ndị tiri aka mee ka the thing bụrụ a success. Ndị na-ekene ekenekwa ndị kụzikwara ya akụzi na ọ dịrị izi. Na-ekenekwa ndị YouTube bịanụ because anyị tụbakwa anya ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ. Ụfọdụ few bịanụ, those few bịanụ ka na-ekenekwa na-asị ha anyị jisi ike yọta ọkụ Obeledu maka anyị
anyị na-enezi anya ebe ihe ebute bi na kwọmtọ kelu ya o
ọkwa ezigbo ihe na akpọla anyị today si anyị bịa ka anyị werukwa ihe anyị eji zụ anwụ and ọ ezigbo ihe because na ọ na-amịta ihe eji ya nweta good proteins. So and anyị kenekwalụ maka na ọ dịrị izi nọ mmadụ ka eji aka. Ọ na-ekene especially our PG Kenneth HN, our president PG. So ọ dị izi elu ya bụ onye ọbụla ofu for ndị bịanụ.
Kedu ya adịghị ya emejizi eme?
Meji azụ anwụ according to ka esi kọwara anyị. I follow the thing agwala anyị. Ihe anyị ma na anyị azụta anyị enweta mmanụ anwụ by next year na obere oge anyị enwetebe mmanụ anwụ. Ofu ihe nji aka bugodo mmanụ anwụ a nweta nwa mmanụ anwụ a sef at least ọ ya enye m aka mgbe na ma ndị niile ma ndị ụkwara na aya ma ndị ihe na ịgwọfa anya. Of course, nwekwanụ ife niile ka
asịkwana bịa ka akụziere kwa ụzọ ba ya esi wee anyị bụ nkenu wee bịa ka anyị tekwabara nkwụ ọkwọnụ ya ka anyị bịara anyị wee kụzibe eresi ya zụọ anwụ ịma na ife niile gbaziri nya onweghị ụzọ esi ha achụzi ego mgbe ochie bụ na ndị mgbe ochie na-eje buru ite aja dọba n'elu osisi mana kịta ifugonu ịkpọ na-arụziri ya ụlọ ka iyi adọba na ụdịzi ịdọba na anwụ efe kpujuo nwebe aṅụrị pịchakọrọba mmanụ ọnwụ so n'ọnya ka anyị bịara wee kụzichiara anyị and n'ọnya bụ original honey enwere ndị mmadụ narị ya gara ọnụ ife ndị ọzọ a na-egobe n'ahịa a na-akpọ original honey na kemikal na-aka ọsụọ ya n'ahụ mana na enweghị ike zụta nke ego n'ikura na ndị mmadụ ejikwu ya gwọọ ya dị iche iche ọ na-edozi ahụ ma ụkwara ma ndị kata akụzichakwuru anyị na ọrụ maka kata ịmara na ya esi mmiri ọkụ ọ dịwa ọnụ wee ṅụọ and na ọ bụrụ n'ime igbo nitena n'ahụ every morning tupu ọbụla iwere teaspoon kuchara ya doyi na mmiri tọn ka ọnwa anyasịrị bụkwa ka o wee bụrụ ya ahụ na na-akpọrị ndụ aka nwanne m anyị mụtakwara ọtụtụ ife adịkwa m very happy na m bịara na wee mụtacha ihe niile m so ya ka anyị mụrụ amụchazikwa PG wee bie onye ọbụla bịara akpati ya ihe eji wee mee testi onye ọ gaziara rụbazi ya nke ya
enukwa wanda ndị hụghị na-akwado samụ
sọmkwụ ka nna m
adịghị nke m jekwudoro ihe
ejekwudoro nnọọ eziokwu
anyị ze Chineke
Chukwu emeka
ka anyị nepụbazi anya maka anwụ ihe esi obodo ego na-abịazi
enwere hopu na anwụ ga-eju eju ana m eleta m ego a sị na awa ịtọba ụtọ abachawanyebe mgbe njebe adọ ya anwụ ka anyị jebe mmanụ ọnwụ arụbanụ mmụọ doibe nwere ihe nke ya na
trying to harvest the bee, the honey.
Honey from the bee.
Yes. We look like waskere. Ojuju. Hey, God.
So we can cover your face now, right?
Okay. You would know me again, no? Hey. Oh wow.
It's not easy to get pure natural honey.
Abi?
This is the process.
Jesus. So probably all those honey you consume.
Majority of the honey you see in town are sugar syrup.
You see?
So even the ones imported, most of them are molasses.
Yeah.
Original honey, or they try easy to
So
come.
they are scared of passing through the process.
The process.
It's not like Manuka honey now. Just small, tiny, like half liter now. It's about 50,000. It's online, Manuka honey, which is organic honey from Australia.
Wow.
And what you have here is organic honey because we are not feeding these bees.
Okay.
They feed on natural flowers and natural vegetation. So that's why one of our honey is one of the best in the world, in the whole world. So that's why we encourage
your
people.
name, please.
I am Emmanuel Ube.
Okay.
Yes, I'm an apiculturist.
Right.
I studied beekeeping, commercial honey production at Hebrew University in Jerusalem.
Wow.
Yes, so I'm the president of beekeepers in Imo State.
So you have a bee farm?
Yeah, I have bee farm now. I have a honey shop where I sell all bee products. Honey is just one out of 6 products produced by bees. Unfortunately, the honey is even the cheapest. Yes, compared with other products. And all of them have both medicinal and industrial uses.
Wow.
So
am I not privileged for them to be in my farm to harvest my own? Even though I'm just starting.
Yes, it's true.
This one is just testing the microphone.
Yes, yeah, it's a good practice because compared with other aspects of agriculture, you don't feed the bees. Okay. Ideally, if this hive performs very well, you can get up to 20 liters from one hive.
Wow.
And we sell a liter of honey about 16,000 in a way. So when you have 20 liters, you make over 100 or 200,000 from one hive, and you don't feed the bees. You don't feed the bees. So that's the advantage of beekeeping, and they are good for pollination.
Okay.
That is why today, some of the fruit, like this year now, most fruits did not produce well because of a lot of people are using crude means to kill the bees, using sniper, chemicals, fire. Oh. So by so doing, the bees will not do the major work of pollination. Yeah. And without pollination, the world will have a little problem because virtually 85% of all agricultural production depends on insect bee pollination, especially the honey bees. So that is what they do, pollination services. Without pollination, most fruits will not produce anything. Now we have mango, avocado, ube, is because of pollination services. So, and people are killing the bees. No. So that's why we are doing sustainable beekeeping. With this practice, you collect your honey and the bees will still do the pollination services they are meant to do. Okay. So we encourage people to go into this farm type of beekeeping. It is cheap. The resources, yes, you don't just get the hive and the bees will come naturally on its own. Compared with other aspects of agriculture that require huge capital. And a hive like this can last for more than 15 years. Wow. Continuous production. You harvest 2 times in a year. Maybe December and March. Every year, 2 times. If it performs well, they can give you over 20 liters per harvest. Wow. Yes.
Thank you very much for the lecture. So join us. Let's go see my bee, my bee hive, and know how far I'm harvesting. Of course, I know God in His infinite mercies will allow the bee to give me enough honey, and when you come, I'll get my money.
That's correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.